What does Madeline Soto's mother know? Just gonna say. She's given some conflicting statements in that interview and hasn't been seen since. So if you don't know, Madeline Soto had just turned 13. The following day, as one of the stories goes, was that Madeline Soto's boyfriend, I don't know if it's Stephan or Stephan, but at this point, knowing what he's being accused of doing, I don't really care if I get his name right. So, apparently Stephan Sterns claims he took young Madeline, dropped her off a block or so from her school, and that was the last time they saw her. Now, Jenn Soto gave an interview saying we dropped her off close to the school and she wanted to walk the rest of the way. Essentially, like, it's all her fault. Later in the same interview, she clarifies, I wasn't the one who took her to school. That was my partner. And the girl, Madeline Soto, never shows up for class. Supposedly, her mother only discovers that she didn't make class by the end of the day when she went to pick her up and couldn't find her at school. Days later, the sheriff's office confirmed that they had found Madeline Soto, not amongst the living, in a wooded area. 2 days later, Stephan Sterns gets arrested. Not charged with Madeline Soto's crime, but arrested because during the search, I think they found some evidence related to what happened to Madeline, but he had a ton of dirty bird images, you get my drift, on his phone. And of course, right before, we're reporting that Madeline's gone missing, he deleted stuff off of his phone, but that was just an accident when he was resetting his phone or whatever story he gave. So Madeline's mom, when she's doing the interview with her beloved Stephan Sterns, whatever, she is shaking like a leaf in this interview. You should watch it. So I want to know, what does she know? But let's start off first with what else we can find out about what happened to poor Madeline Soto. So I'm using the True Crime and Conspiracy deck and add-on deck all together. That's why they're in 4 piles too big. And this is all alleged, not fact, for entertainment purposes only. All right, we've got mind control and freedom, healing, soul contract. These are interesting. Interesting. Not good. This whole family situation is already feeling terrible. Terrible, my opinion. Oh my. Interesting. Oh. What in the world does that have to do with this? Okay. Let's start with Madeline here. Madeline, I think she told her friend she wanted to go run away and live in the forest. Or unless that's the story her mother spilled, or I don't know. But from what I'm seeing here, allegedly, there's this desire for freedom. She wants to get away. She is very fearful of what's going on here, right? These are coming together. She's seeking healing because what's been done to her, terrible. Terrible. This here, I'm wondering if this is not the mother, Jenn Soto, hiding out. Perhaps her family is protecting her right now. Maybe she had nothing to do with this, but I don't know. That's not what I'm... This is concerning to me. These two cards. Because when I pair it here with this camera, you know those films that Dirty Bird people make where they are voting people off the island, if you get my drift, and they film them? You know those kinds, the SNUFF car video things. I'm wondering if this is part of what's been going on, or if this is what led to her passing. There's a whole bunch here. Somebody is being controlled by super douche nozzle partner, my partner. Perhaps his DNA is going to be found, but I don't even know if they need his DNA at this point because they got Dirty Bird pictures of stuff. I do think here we have that there's a lot of people who are suspecting things and saying stuff about him and possibly her, the mother, before this came out. Weird with the soul contract. I don't know if she thought like, oh my gosh, this is my soulmate or whatever. She's so what? It feels like there's some element here with him controlling the situation. And I don't know how that's happening. If that's coercive or by fear, manipulation, all of this kind of stuff. It's almost like once he gets into this house or with this woman, Jenn, this is his castle, his kingdom, his realm. Okay? There is blackmail that he is holding against her, the mother, my opinion. Not so sure about what's going on here. Body double deep fake. Now the other thing, I think Dirty Bird videos, Dirty Bird photos. I don't know if that's a white collar crime. It's a crime. I think that there's some production of that kind of material for other Dirty Birds, if you get my drift. This I don't know. Let's pull some tokens on that. This secret space program is just, I think there's a lot of this stuff that's just online, zip, zip, dark web, whatever. So I would not be surprised they find out this guy's like got a whole lot of dirty digital footprint behind him. I don't know. I don't know how this plays in. I don't know. Heck, I don't know. This guy could be Mensa material. The idea that's coming through here is that in some past products he was creating, there's like some element of faking. So maybe that's what this material he's allegedly producing, there is some type of manipulation, and maybe that's where it looks like it was not real, but then it turned real. Because we have the ghost from the past, we have the cactus, you can use your imagination on that one, and we have the money. A bunch of terrible turds. Okay. Now I want to see, was he producing material for profit with Madeline? Allegedly. Oh, there's that card again. My deck's upside down. very satisfied at this transformational work that he's creating. Yeah, he's behind the scenes. He's like the action director. This is all done in secret, behind the scenes. Ugh, terrible. There's the hanged man, and I'm wondering if that's coming back to our mind control thing, where it's this idea of like, just see this from a different perspective. You know, the people who always want to convince you, those are usually the most terrible humans. They're convincing you why something extremely bad. If you just looked at it the other way, it's fine. Oh. My opinion. I think he fancied himself a bit of a filmmaker, director, avant-garde. Let's do all this kind of stuff. Yeah, and I'm wondering if this is what happened. We were having a filming session, and things went terribly wrong. Oh my God, oh my God. What can we know about what led to Madeline, passing? You're going to do what I say you're going to do. You're going to do what I say you're going to do. Take this. Drink this. This is like you. We have the Four of Cups. Because here we go. We're going to do another project. We have some new business that we need to produce some product for. You're going to take this. I said what you're going to do, and I'm directing you. You do what I say. You do what I say. Page of Swords. Not really into it. And we have like Six of Swords trying to get her way out of this. This is essentially... Six of Swords in my other deck very much represents to me, the traffic, and then you can add the ing to the end of it. Very much like she's just essentially being used in these types of productions, and she doesn't have a choice because we got Mr. King of Wands. He's like the Godfather. He's got all these grand ideas about how everything's going to go, I'm wondering if something was given to her and they were just hoping she was going to wake up. Oh, High Priestess. That's under our external influence. The fears are going to come after us. We got to stick together. We got to form a story. They're going to come after us. We got to get our stuff together here. Internal influence. Okay, before we talk, we got to sit down. We got to make a plan. What are you going to say? What am I going to say? That's the story. Stick to it. The challenge here is, I'm going to say the mother. Because whatever part she's played in this, I don't think that was the outcome she wanted. However, was she acting like a mother by hooking up with this ultimate of dirty birds? No. And I think Mr. Sterns is very well aware that she is the weakest link. Like, she's not very good at, if you're not a natural born liar, you don't have that natural criminal mind, it's kind of hard to keep your story together. I think he knew that was the weakest link there. Oof. Terrible. So, what does the mother know? Because she knows something, in my opinion. She knows something. Is he like the money? I mean, beyond that, I'm saying that it looks like he's doing this dirty bird shit for profit. Like, is she depending on him for quite a bit of the money that's coming in? Like, she knows about the operation. That's what I'm alleging here. Can't say shit about it. This is like, you're going to keep your mouth shut. That's what Sterns would be saying to the mother. You got to keep your mouth shut about this. But she knows about this production. She knows what happened to her daughter. My opinion. Allegedly. She knows what happened to her daughter. And you just have to play it off cool. You have no idea. This is the story we're sticking to. You know she wasn't behaving. I'm just trying to keep we had a smooth operation going here, Mr. Sterns would say. She knows exactly what. She knows why Madeline's not here. She knows. Her hope, she's going to somehow keep herself out of this. Just stick to the story. Just stick to the story. They'll never come after you. Stick to the story. Oh, that's going to come back to bite her in the ass. How is it going to catch her, I wonder? Her fear is they're going to find out. I think there's some toxicology report, something here. That's what she's afraid of. Internal influence. She's scared shitless. They're going to come get her. Her challenge is inconsistent stories. Inconsistent stories. Oh, I saw her that night before. Oh, I saw her in the morning. Oh, da-da-da. Yeah, I dropped her off. No, well, I didn't drop her off, or we didn't drop her off. He did. Jenn Soto. Did Jenn Soto participate in the production of this material? Or what was her participation? Was it just offering up her daughter? There's that card again. You remember what I said about this traffic card. Here, I'm offering her up. There's all this saying like I've offered her up. I didn't protect my kid. I went along with this, worried about it. There's idea here that I'm just gonna change the story in my mind so it's not as horrible as I think it is. Here and there I'll pretend to stand up for my daughter. But I can't really go up against him. This is where I think she's part of the brainwash problem. She's swindled into believing, like at some point, I think it was like, this is not right, but here, have my daughter anyway. And then it's just getting tangled up in this guy's demented delusions over here. She knows this wasn't going to end well. But she profited off of it. Holy fuck-a-doodle-doo. Terrible. Allegedly. Not fact. Terrible. So she's not being seen. Did they have Madeline's funeral already? I'd assume they did. Did they have a vigil? Did Jenn show up? Did Jenn pay a glowing tribute to her daughter? What's next for the mother? Gonna be taking a ride. She's gonna be worried about that they're gonna be taking a ride down to the police station. I need to ask you about what you knew. They probably have already asked her. So what's new? Oh, we've got some facts. Facts here. Oh God, Lord. I don't even want to delve to find out who the lovers are. I don't. That's. Oh, there's 2 women, 1 man. That's almost a bridge too far. I can't go there. I can't. Oh God. While we're pretending to be a happy family. Okay, she better go get a good lawyer. That's what I'd say. Oh God, terrible. Oh, terrible. So, say a prayer for Madeline Soto. Say another prayer that demons responsible for this find their time with old Sparky in the future. Oh, these people. All right, I will see you next time. Adios.